This is a short tutorial on how to create a wiki using wikispaces.com. Now, wikispaces.com is a free service that schools, teachers, and students can use for educational purposes, for creating projects that students can work individually or as part of a group, or to create resources for teachers to use for as instruction and for students to use as a study aid. So it is free for teachers and students. Now, the first thing you do once you go to the wikispaces.com page, which I already have open here in my browser, is you want to create an account. So we're going to go here. We're going to assume that you're creating a student account. So you click on Students right there, and then Sign Up Now. And in this case, then you would pick a username and a password and enter your email address, and then it would ask you whether or not you want to make a wiki right away. And usually probably the first thing you want to do after you create your account is create a wiki here and then join. Now, I already have an account, so I'm not going to create a second one. What I'm going to instead then is to just sign in. So I'm going to go up here to sign in, up here on the right. And once again, I have it preset for my username, email address, and password to fill in automatically. So all I have to do then is click on Sign In, and it takes you right to your dashboard. This is a listing of all the wikis that you are either favorited or a member of. You can also come up here, you can search for existing wikis and then send a request to join that wiki, or you can just create your own wiki. And that's probably the easiest thing to do if you're just starting out, is just create your own wiki. So we're going to create a new wiki, and what it asks you then to do is to give your wiki a name. So we're going to give our wiki here Test, and we'll just put in today's date, which is April 15th, 2013. And you'll select an industry here. I'm going to select higher education, and then they're going to ask you to certify it, because if you use it for business, they'll charge you money for it, but it's free for education. And then wiki type is selected, so just create. And here's our first wiki. Alright, you can do a little tour of wiki here. We're going to skip that. Instead, we're just going to go right towards working on creating our wiki here. Now, over here on the right, we have the home for your wiki. You have projects. You can set up a variety of projects. You can add additional projects. You can also track recent changes. You can add new pages, new files to your wiki. You can also look who's a member of this wiki. We click on that. You'll see there's my user ID, so I'm the only person who's a member of this wiki since I just created it. And then you can invite people, join that wiki if you want. But we'll go back here to this page. This is our basic wiki page. This is the home page where you can get started. Your wiki for your project can be just one page, or it can be multiple pages. If you want to add new pages, you just go over here to Pages and Files, click the plus button, and this will add a new page to your wiki, and then you can link to your various pages here. But we're just going to show you how to edit a basic wiki page right now that we already have created here. So to do that, the first thing you do is click on Edit, and this takes you to the Edit panel. And let's see, the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to get rid of this default stuff that came in here. So we'll delete that. Now, if you've filled out forms or done email, you're probably familiar with a lot of these basic text editing features. You can bold, you can italicize, underline, you can even do some more fancy things like have different colored fonts here or different font types. There's a list of different fonts you can choose here. You can make the fonts bigger or smaller. You can even change the background color if you want to make it an interesting color here. So let's just kind of pick this light blue here just for fun here. You also set for alignments here, vertical position, whether you want to have subscripts or superscripts in your text, strike through. Let's apply the style, and we can click preview. There we go. This is our wiki. Hey. When you're doing a project here, you might want to have different headings, different sections to it. So in this one here, you can have different size headings. There's up to 6 different size headings here. So if we click the big number one here, this is heading 1. Okay. And this is our first section. And then you can divide your sections up if you want by inserting a horizontal line there. Do another heading, heading 2. This is our second section. And of course you can also make lists here, bulleted lists, numbered lists if you want here, whether, doesn't really matter. So you get the idea. And you can just type it in here. It's really just typing different paragraphs. And I'm going to get rid of this background color because it's kind of annoying. So we'll apply styles here. And there we go. You can see that background color is gone. Other things you can do, you can link to certain things here. So let's say if I want to insert a link to anything at all, we'll just do the Google page. You click on link here, link text, Google. Let's type the word here, Google. Now you can do a link to a wiki or a page in your project, or you can just do a web address or an email if you want to have an email link there. And we'll just do google.com as a web address here. Go down, click add a link, and there it is. And you can even get a little preview if you click on that arrow there. You click visit, we'll open up another tab. And there is google.com. Okay, you can also insert different files, different pictures. One of the things I really like about wikis is that you can use other media. So if we click on the files here, we can link to an external image. If you have a web address for a particular image, you can insert it here, or you can simply upload a file. So we're going to upload a file. We'll just pick a picture here, and I'm going to go to my pictures. Let's see here, we'll pick something here. I pick this nice little picture of my niece here. This is her at a birthday party from last year. We'll upload the picture, and we can double click. And there's our picture inserted from wherever our cursor was. And then we can see we have some option bars here. We can center it or make it left, right. We can make it bigger or smaller from the way it is. We can add a caption here. So we'll call this caption here, Emily reading. Reading, that'll be our caption. We can add a link if we want the picture to be a link to somewhere. We can just remove it that way if we want. So let's see what our wiki looks like so far. We can click preview. And there's our picture of Emily, a little caption there. How's our Google link? Okay, so far we've got something going on here. Let's continue editing here. Now, what if you want to embed a video from YouTube or something? That's, again, another one of the things I really love about doing wikis as projects for my students, because they can embed media and images and interactive features that you can't really do with just writing a written report on paper. So if you want to embed, say, a video from YouTube, what you do is you go to Widget here, and you see here you can add a couple of things here. We're going to go to Video first here. You see already there's a built-in selection for YouTube videos. So click on that and we'll have some instructions here. You go to YouTube, look for the embed code, copy, and then paste it into our box here. So let's go here to our YouTube page here. I've already queued up a video here. This is one of the most popular videos on the internet. The old sneezing panda. Okay, so everybody loves this sneezing panda. So if you want to save the sneezing panda then and share it on your wiki, first thing you want to do is you want to look for share. Click on share there. And what might first come up when you share, click share, is this web address and links here if you want to share it on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. But what we want is the embed code. So we'll go here to embed. And there's our code. It's already selected for us. So all we have to do is copy that, go back to our wiki, go into the box, and paste. We can preview what it'll look like. And there it is. Okay. And then we can save. Okay, and there it is. And if we click on it, we can see we have the same options for the video as we had for the picture. We can change the alignment. We can make it bigger or smaller. We can edit it if we want to change it there. That's fine. Or we can just remove it. Okay, so that's one thing we can do. There are a whole bunch of other widgets we can do. Here, if we look, we can add a calendar. If you want to have a link to a calendar, you can upload a spreadsheet from Google Docs or some other documents. You can create a poll through Survey Gizmo if you want to poll your users. Link to RSS feeds if you have like a podcast you want to do. Chat window. Slideshow. If you have a slideshow you created with Flickr, you can embed that here just by clicking on that. And again, it's a lot like linking the YouTube video. You go to the Flickr page, copy the URL, point at the latest there next to the subscribe to, and then put that URL into the box, and there you go. Maps. If you want to have a map of something, you can go to Google Maps. Again, this is a lot like embedding the YouTube video. So we can go to Google Map. So let's say we want to include a map of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So here's our map. So if we want to share it, then we go to the share here, this little link button here. And then what we want is, again, the embed code. So we go here, we select the embed code. We copy that. We paste back in our box here. And we can preview. There's our map of Harrisburg. And then save. I notice this one's kind of an other widget. This one doesn't really have a way to preview it in the edit function. You have to click on preview to really see it. And there it is. Continue editing. But like the other widgets, you can center it. You can make it align any which way you want. And there are other widgets you can do here. You can set up a table of contents if your wiki has multiple pages, and some other things here. You can put in some other HTML if you really want to get fancy, but those are really the main things that you'd want to do for a basic project. You can also create a table if you want, selecting the number of rows and columns if you have some tables of data you want to show for your project. So that's a little bit of fun. So that's the basics of the wiki creation. When you're done editing, you remember to save it. I'll tell you the draft is saved. And then this is what the wiki will look like when people go online. You can see this one's kind of hodgepodge and a little haphazard because we were just doing some example things, but this is what your basic wiki looks like. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this little presentation. Thank you very much.